We've got a few seconds to go for the market open. We'll look at the prices and then we'll look at individual names and how they're starting. So the opening bell, 71 points higher, 24,540. You've got the Sensex, which is starting at about 81 something. You've got the mid-cap index, which is starting in the green. Bank Nifty is absolutely flat. Actually, you know, the open seems to be like what we actually got yesterday. So nothing on it very much. And then, of course, there was a big spike and then there was a big sell-off. So we'll see. IT index is down about 0.4%, 44,156 on the Nifty IT index. Advanced decline very early, but still it's positive. And the heat map on the Nifty is up on your screen. It's more up than down, at least to start. Surbhi.
It's far more quiet, more measured today. Basically pausing for breath. The large cap screen is seeing 32 points for gain on Nifty, but mid caps are also quiet today. Just about a 0.25% increase. Slow and steady, so let's see if it builds. But in terms of gainers, you have the IT names right on top. Infosys, TCS, about 1% each on those two stocks. Hero Moto is up about 0.5% as well. Apollo Hospitals is having a positive opening. Reliance is up 0.5%. Some of the insurers like HDFC Life are still notching up a little bit of green. Airtel, Bharti Airtel, has been cooling off for the last 2 days. Today, finally, it shows up on the green side of the screen. But anyway, the first major trend of the morning is large cap IT. Wipro, Infosys, TCS, all of these stocks are up and about. Let's see what's falling then. A couple of PSUs come up on the screen immediately. Power Grid, NTPC, ONGC, all of them are cooling off. The cuts are not deep, just 0.5%, 0.25%. But this is what's bringing up the downside. HDFC Bank is the other one that's keeping a lid on the gains. So even SBI is weaker. So after having a fantastic week and running hard, the Bank Nifty is cooling off. In fact, it's flashing a little bit of red as well as we speak. So very quiet. IT up, banks down. That's the large gaps.
Well, that's right. You know, that's why the sector of the morning that I'd given was IT index, because overnight as well, you had the Nasdaq did it quite well. And a couple of companies have reported fairly decent numbers with positive guidance going ahead. So today it seems the tech index is back in play. Divi's Laboratory, I'm not sure what's gone on over there, but that stock is down close to around 5% as we speak. So it's falling on very, very large volumes. So that's the stock on the downside of the morning. You have Genus Power as well. That stock has seen some profit taking and made a fresh 52-week high, but now it's down close to around 3%. The one on the upside, though, is Juniper Hotels, the largest owner of Hyatt Keys in India. They have a brokerage note coming in from CLSA. They have initiated buy with a target price of 430 rupees. So it explains why that stock is flying away as we speak. Very, very strong move is what we're seeing on that particular name. A few more movers from the broader market should come up for you on the screen. HEG is up another 4% now, so that had a bit of a dip, but that's moved up yet again. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that one. Fundamentally, I don't think it's warranted this sort of a move, but yeah, that stock is up close to around 4%. Niva Bupa, last couple of days the stock has moved up. Today as well, the stock is up close to around 3%. Or thereabouts. Very, very limited float. I think there's only 5% of free float in the market. And Ola Electric, after the good run that it's seen in the last few days, from 70 to around 100 rupees. Now the stock is down close to around 1.5%.
All right. Well, that's a list of names which are moving around. And we've got 30 points now on the Nifty to show for it. And 24,500 around is where the Nifty is hanging on to. So there is a fair bit which is happening. I mean, HEG, you know, it's moved from 400 to 600 and in 2.5 days, 2 days and 2 minutes. That's 50%. You know, very few things should move a stock 50% in 2 sessions, let alone what's, of course, gone on. So we'll see what happens. For now, it seems to be in a strong momentum grip. We'll have more on this one.
You know, but Prashant, sorry to come in over there. There's divergence between the twins today. Graphite is down, HEG is up. Nigel, you were telling us one of these companies is setting up a plant in the future, right?
Yeah. HEG has announced that they will be setting up in the future.
This is synthetic graphite.
Yeah. This is the graphite. I mean, it has some relation over there. It is at least 3 to 4 years away, and it will come with a big capex as well. But you know, for the time being, it's up. In fact, it slipped a little bit from the top. Graphite India is down. I've spoken to a couple of buyers of graphite electrodes as well yesterday. You know, that's the research normally I do. And they also said, Nigel, there's no relation whatsoever. Yeah. You know, not that graphite electrode prices are moving up. Otherwise, the steel companies would be crying foul, you know, what's going on out there. But that's a large trade that's taken place. 30 lakh shares have changed hands. So maybe that explains why we're seeing a bit of an outperformance on HEG.
Yeah.
But I think some kind of cooling off in the near term could be warranted, but we'll have to see how that goes.
Okay, well, more on graphite electrodes. I don't think we've spoken about this much graphite and electrodes.
No, we've spoken about this in 2018.
17 or was it 18?
17,
When these stocks, the huge move
They
started.
went up
No,
and
I'm saying not this early in the morning.
at that point of time, everyone was talking about that. And the stocks, they went up one way.
They I mean, go through these years of massive outperformance and then for many years
Then they
don't do
forgot.
And to be
anything.
fair, when the management joins us, they said, Nigel, please don't remind us about those days. Those are the days we're making 65% margins, and now they're struggling at 20% margins as well.
Okay, well, let's move on to a few other things. Deepak Fertilizer, 3% higher, 1385. Stocks up and you know what, it's doing well. It's got decent sized volumes as well. I mean, maybe it's too early, but volumes are a little on the lower side. Last 2 days, volumes quickly ramped up in the broader market as well. Kaplan Point is up 5%. I'm not sure if there's any news flow, but again, this one has also moved up very sharply from 1900 levels to 2500 levels in about 5 or 6 days. That's Kaplan Point. Skipper Limited is up 7%. Skipper is a big mover. Again, it's coming up, it's within the top 5 in terms of volume-led gainers right now. There is Reliance Power, which is up 5% as well, about 43, third biggest volume-led gainer. And there is Tejas Network, which is up about 1.5%. I think from the highs of the day, which is about 1400, it's already come off about 60 rupees. So those are a few others. Atul Auto. Oh my God, what a move. Atul has moved again 550 to about 700 in about 4 days. Today is the 4th day. And coming up with strong volumes as well for this point in the day. So that's essentially what you have. Divi's, Nigel mentioned, 4.5%, 5% lower. Ola, I think we mentioned. NTPC Green is the other one, right? I mean, ramped up. The high yesterday was about 155 and it's cooled off to about 145 right now. And Genus Power is down about 5% as well. It's got decent sized volumes. Genus Power at about 442. PVR Inox Pushpa 2.0, but it's down about 1.25% for now. Manappuram is down about 1.25%. And keep an eye out on some of these PSU banks. They all did very well. And at least the start seems to be a little more subdued. Names like Sirma, they all also came off about 2.5% yesterday. Sirma, and I think there was one or two other names there. Another 2.5% cut. Honasa was up 10% yesterday. It's down about 2%. So yeah, things are happening and things are moving and more stuff is coming up on our screens, which we will continue to highlight.